made the Māori All Blacks in '81. Well, a great honour to be picked.
It meant everything to me. I remember feeling like if I couldn't play again, I was all right, like I'd made the Māoris.
Being a blonde-haired fella, bit of uproar around the place, and who's this guy, how's he Māori? Now I'm heavily involved in my iwi, Ngāti Rāhiri Tumatumi. My involvement in the Māori All Blacks was the starting point that gave me the confidence to want to be able to get in and get involved.
Mana. Your mana comes from knowing who you are, where you come from, and your connection to your land, whenua. Mana grounds you. Mana connects you to your past, present, and future.
Tēnei kapa Māori ki au nei, te whakatinanatanga o tērā motuhengatanga, o tērā rerekētanga.
Growing up, not many people knew I was Māori. Like, obviously I get frustrated that I don't know how to speak my own language. It lights a fire, yeah.
We make the Māori order, so I, te wākai, ningon, te wākai, te ara, te ngātou maha, te mai whānei, te wānei, au ki kuini, ai ki he.
Morena, fellas.
I think a few of the players will be feeling nervous around team naming today. Some of them will be hoping that they get their first cap.
Congratulations to those that have made the playing 23 this weekend for the second game of the tour against the Japan 15.
It's an exciting day, but it's never without disappointment for certain people.
So, in order of 1 to 15, number 1, Pody, Rakiti, Stones.
Yeah, team naming's always like nerve-wracking.
Number 2, Curdy Eklund.
If I play this weekend and start, that would mean a lot to me and a lot to my family.
Number 6, TK Howden.
Suafoa.
Just waiting there, like all the numbers going through.
Number 8, Cam Suafoa.
I was like, oh, here we go. Am I going to get named? Am I not?
Number 19, Max Hicks.
And then number 20 came along.
Number 20, Nikora Broughton.
It's cool. Just like holy, it was a bit like surreal.
Just want to congratulate those guys, and obviously the guys who aren't on the field this week. We know that the boys will make sure that they serve their mana for you.
We're really happy with the team we've named. We've just got to nail the back end of this week and then obviously perform.
There's like a 38-degree heat wave, and we're going to be challenged this week.
Rack! Great strike!
The heat's extremely challenging, even for us coaches standing there. The Japanese have got to play in it too, so we've just got to accept it as what it is.
Ooh, there's some. Woo!
It slowly starts to lift the speed, please. Good. Shit. Good. Shit. Good. Yeah, that's us. Move on. Good stuff, boys. Good stuff.
If you guys are getting debuts, for Nikora being versatile across the whole back row, gives us a lot more flexibility. Loves to get into the contact, good ball carrier.
Just make sure we don't cut off that pass, TK, but good line.
I've been really impressed with TK. It's my first time working with him.
Awesome, TK.
He's got a real eye for doing the little things well, and
5, 6.
he's been rewarded.
I had a bit low section. I was pretty long. I didn't do anything I noticed.
Cole, one more. Gotta get that ball back.
Is that delivery good enough? Nah. We need a snap. We need a long place. Let's go.
Nice hook, Cam.
Cam for me he's an amazing athlete. He put Ramika away for one of his tries with an awesome pass.
Got Suafoa, a beautiful pass. Wait te tiro whānui a Suafoa.
Really quiet and considered and extremely humble. Someone who's faced an enormous amount of adversity.
I'm Cameron Suafoa, Ngāpuhi. Made my debut 2021 with the Blues. Was lucky enough to play for the Māori All Blacks.
Cameron Suafoa makes his debut on the side of the scrum tonight.
First time I was a part of the team, I was sort of caught off guard. I wasn't really raised in, I guess, a traditional Māori way. It felt like I didn't really know much, and at first it was quite daunting. It took a while for me to realise that most of the boys are in a similar position that I'm in. And that's probably the moment when I started to realise how important this team was. I'm proud to represent and say that I am Māori, especially with everything that I went through.
What you up to, bud? Hello, come here. I'm Brittany Hastings-Kuti. I am Cameron Suafoa's partner. It's been a big year, almost coming up a year since I found the tumour in his back.
I had come back from a game, so I went to pick something up off the ground and she saw the bulge in my back. You know, I always come home with like bumps and bruises from a game, so I didn't really think much of it.
I'm a physiotherapist myself. As soon as I saw it, I knew something wasn't right.
I went off and got a scan, and then that's when I guess everything started rolling in. I just didn't want to tell anyone. I just didn't want to be seen as like just a charity case. Yeah, looking back on it now, it could have been handled a lot better. So I had the tumour taken out, and then I got the phone call saying that I needed to start radiation. Lucky enough to get the call from the doctor and said it was all clear. But I still get 3-month checkups at the moment.
We honestly didn't think rugby was on the cards this year, let alone playing for the Māori All Blacks.
Cameron Suafoa, what a story. Comes back from cancer during the Super Rugby season.
Just seeing how hard he has worked this last year to get back to where he is and being named in that team, it meant a lot to see that he's still getting recognised in rugby, because I know that it is his goal. It's very special not only to him, but to everyone around him.
Britt, she was everything. Like, I could not have got through this without her. But this has just brought us closer together. I guess made me realise that there's more to life than rugby, that's for sure. Even my family, I try to make a better effort to catch up with them. One of the biggest lessons I learned was that it's okay not to be okay, to lean on and depend on the ones closest to you. So hopefully that continues, and yeah, just life carries on.
Japan is amazing.
Culture is beautiful. Like, the people are just so respectful. I always get nervous before a game.
fearless. That would epitomise the Japanese when they take to the rugby field. They will get airborne and they will sacrifice their bodies for the cause.
Very proud people, the Japanese. They won't have sat too comfortably with a 26-point loss.
Japanese 15 have never bet the Māori All Blacks, so this would be a big scalp for them. We have to nail it.
O reira, he mea nui tēnā. He mea nui tēnā te mōhio e harai te mea kei te haere taki tahi koe. Engari mo te nuinga o enei kai tākoro, ka area no rātou kia rongo I tērā taki tinitanga. I wanted to make sure that these players understood exactly why they are as disconnected as they are. On your tables, there's a whole list of different acts. I know how empowering it is understanding exactly why things are the way that they are. The role of the Native Schools Act was to assimilate young Māori children. That's when they started introducing Māori to the cane. Those are the types of things that your grandparents, some of your parents, had to endure, which is why they stopped speaking Māori. The Public Works Act was a land-related piece of legislation which meant that the government could take any land that they wanted for public good. Sometimes land was taken, nothing was built, it was actually on-sold. The Tohunga Suppression Act was an act that was passed. They thought that they were doing us a favour. That illegalised a lot of our traditional practices, which meant that those practices died with those tohunga. 1877, I think, one of the first time the treaty was ever used in a court case, and the judge said, there's no way a society as unsophisticated as Māori could have entered into an international arrangement like the Treaty of Waitangi in 1840. Therefore, the treaty is nothing more than a simple nullity, has no mana. Tonight is actually about showing you, you are supposed to not know much. Our level of disconnection is exactly as history wanted it to be. You were meant to be like that. It's not your fault. What we have in here is a story of resilience. We are the products of successful colonisation. And why is this team important? It's because this team is trying its hardest to get us back there.
It was hard to hear.
What we lost? Yeah, it was pretty heartbreaking.
Your place in this team is how you will be able to reassert the mana of your whānau, the mana of your whakapapa, the mana of your language, the mana of your heritage. It's inspiring.
That wānanga there was very powerful.
Now, I guess it's our chance to kind of re-grab that mana and put it back into our people.
Every time you put that Māori All Blacks jersey on, every time you say anything in Māori, every time you just even embrace not knowing, that is one act against what they tried to wipe away from us.
It makes a lot of sense. I reckon it just makes a lot of sense why we are how we are.
Having your reo, having your tikanga, knowing who you are, having strong relationships to your atua, those are the things that help shape your worldview and your perspective on things. My hope is that this tour gives these players insight to that and it leaves them wanting to learn more. And so behind all of that kōrero, the one thing I want you fellas to take away is how proud we are to be Māori. Ka pai?
After that wānanga, everyone just really bought in and wanted to, I guess, represent our Māori rugby players.
Teira te kaupapa, o te reo Māori e.
Like, obviously I get frustrated that I don't know how to speak my own language. It lights a fire, yeah. It lights a fire for me to go do something about it.
°31°C, around 65% humidity. Will be very taxing indeed on both the Japan 15 and Māori All Blacks.
So I'm here to, first of all, my son, Nicola Borton. Fingers crossed he gets to run out today.
You just want to go out there and make your whānau, your iwi, your hapu crown.
Eddie Jones probably wouldn't have been happy around game one. I'm sure game two they're going to throw the kitchen sink at us.
Oh, I'm nervous as. Putting on that jersey for the first time was a surreal moment. A lot of players that have been before me, my dad, my brother/teammate that recently passed away, Connor Garden Bishop. So I took it as like a opportunity to honour them.
Hiki tia hapa ngara te tapu ai o tēnei kapa nei rere huru rere āmanu rere take tūwai ke wai mani ai pai kei hāre ak tamai tōna tua whenua.
All of the kōrero, all of the wānanga, all of the learning, those things you didn't know about yourself before. All of that is taken onto the field.
As we're underway, second match between the Māori All Blacks and Japan 15.
The humidity's very intense.
Another advantage. Seen enough, he'll take it quickly. Saito over to the corner and the try scored. Sema Sone Tua for Japan 15.
You never get too worried after the first try. You just got to flush it and restart and get ready to go again.
They've been penalised. They're offside.
Not getting as much go forward as we would like.
The players are trying really hard to keep the flow going.
We've been starved of the ball for a while.
And letting the cut line back, Braylon Sullivan for Eklund. Desperate attempt at a tackle on him. Now a little kick from Rehana. Here come the Māori All Blacks. Dono Wukaleawiri again. And go low on him. And the ball is lost in contact.
Could just tighten things up a little bit. We're trying to go straight to Māori rugby as opposed to earning the right to build into the game.
Tua get them marching forward. They just have to touch Shimokawa and says that'll do us for the first half.
When you're down at half-time, it's not about panicking. It's about organising yourself again.
Well, asking, this is Māori. Right, what do we do to Māori? To
Kauri anō nē, not yet. Well, not yet. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he gets his opportunity there.
We knew if we scored it'd be a big momentum shift.
Hei Māori tonu o Eklund. Wow, ko tataki te rārangi tino! Oh, ko tino te kapa opango Māori. Starting to get their game going now. Perfect start to the second half, and they trail by one. It's 8-7.
And the game was on.
Starting well here. On again, good take.
We gave away a couple of penalties. The Japanese 15 capitalised on those.
Saito looking to play short side in blind. And the try scored!
They're hype. They're getting in our face and we're trying our best to get back into the game.
Look to try. And close it up, Tyrone Thompson might do it, yes he will!
No reira, ka whakawhaaiti ia te āputa ki te whāpiro.
I even get nervous playing club rugby, so you can just imagine what it's like playing on this stage. It was just surreal. I was just like full of emotion, really.
As they try to nail through on the halfback. 9 minutes to play. Line out. Oh yeah, it's just down on the right knee there. From the Māori All Blacks, they're going to have to do it with 14. Locked in at the back, Sato. Keeps it moving forward, brilliant drive. Japan 15, they're going to score!
Sato! This will be a massive moment for Japan rugby as Cam Suafoa goes off.
There's been some excellent rugby, structured, haven't overplayed their hand. And now is the moment for Japan rugby. A special night at Toyota Stadium. For the first time, they've beaten the Māori All Blacks.
I was disappointed for the players. I was disappointed for our fans and our families.
But it hasn't been through any lack of effort. They've tried really hard to nail this week. But we're outstanding today and they applied pressure where they needed to and you know, you've got to get credit to that. They did a great job.
Yeah, it was unexpected. I didn't know they were going to do it, but it was a mean haka. Yeah, it was a life-changing experience.
Works on.
I think before coming in, like I was sort of ashamed of myself of how I wasn't immersed in Te Ao Māori, and to see what I was missing out on is just a big eye-opener for me, and I'm definitely going to carry it out of this environment and push to be obviously a leader for the Māori kids coming through.
Regardless of the score, I think putting on the jersey brings a lot more than the score.
Our connection with our Te Ao Māori has gone deeper. So I see that as a success.
We've been really honoured by the love that we've felt, not just from this team, but from this country since we've been here. So we have a saying, "Min Māori, te rā te kōrero ko te ao e whakatawhiti ana i a tātou, engari ko te ahurea e whakatata ana i a tātou."
Although it's the world that keeps us apart, it's our cultures that connect us.
You think about, you know, the players who hadn't had access to their Māoritanga growing up. There's so much more that's gone on in this environment that is so much more meaningful than just that game.
Being in the Māori All Blacks, it really tells you who you really are. You are Māori.
It definitely inspired me to, you know, continue on this journey. Hopefully one day be fluent in Māori.
I'm going to be reading a lot of books in Te Reo to my son.
Just being able to know who you are deep down, it's definitely going to help me be a better person.
The irony in all of this is it took coming to Japan for these boys to start connecting to their taha Māori. Ka whawhai tonu mātou ake. So even though we didn't win, well, there's always next year.